And I started making music when I was about 14 or 15 on an old Amiga. And yeah, just, you know, I just woke up one day and really wanted to start making music, so I got into playing keyboards and stuff. And my dad got me a MIDI interface for my Amiga, and pretty much took it from there. I just got really into writing really quickly, and I don't know, I just got really addicted to it and couldn't stop writing. So yeah, it's really hard to concentrate and do this at the same time. No, I basically just started writing and interpreting songs that I loved off CDs and trying to MIDI program them and stuff like that. And that's where it kind of went from. Eventually started writing my own stuff. Dead. And I've taken it from there. I moved down to London. For a long time I didn't actually write. I studied audio engineering, and then I got back into it about 6, 7 years ago, gave some music to Dom Savini, and I've been focusing on the Scrimshire thing since then, really. That's about it, I think, in a nutshell-ish. Okay, The Hollow is my second album, and basically I wanted to play a lot more instruments on this album, which is kind of how I started making music anyway. And I picked up a drum kit, and so I wanted to do all that. But The Hollow kind of was, I don't know, it kind of started out as a bit of a concept. I wanted to do something that was about nature, which I'm really quite into, spending a lot of time outdoors and stuff. And I had a selection of tracks that I'd been writing since I'd finished Along Came the Devil One Night. And I felt like there was beginning to feel like there was a theme. So I wanted to draw together this idea that it was almost like a day out, heading to like a place that you loved in the woods, like when you were a kid. The music that I was making for The Hollow sounded a lot more like what I made when I was 14 or 15 and would run off to the woods for the day as well. And so, yeah, it ended up being almost like a little bit of a concept. But yeah, I just tried to pull it together like that. There's a big selection of tracks. Most of it's recorded with me playing all the instruments and killing zombies. But, and then developed really, decided that I wanted to involve more people. We worked with the Hackney Colliery Bands. I worked with Rachel Gladwin, who records Heart with Matthew Halsall. And yeah, I just wanted to pull together something more cohesive, a little bit less jazz, a little bit more soulful than my previous album, with a bit more groove focus on it as well. I guess I'm a lot of things now, and I like being a lot of different things. I like running the label. I like working with other artists. I guess I see myself as a writer more than anything. And I never sort of saw myself as a particularly good producer, although I think I'm getting better. And I never see myself as a good musician, although I think I'm getting better at that. But yeah, the main thing was the songwriting, which I think I do reasonably well. So that's probably what I see myself as most of all. And then I guess, you know, a bit of a businessman with the label and stuff. And I think any artist now needs to think a little bit about the business side of things these days. So you've got to see yourself as a bit of a businessman in some ways. My involvement with Wah Wah is, I mean, initially I started out as an artist, but I fell very much in love with the label and the way they operate straight away. And so I've been gradually becoming more involved over the years, either DJing at the events or, you know, helping to run things. But now I actually am an owner and manager at Wah Wah, and you know, alongside Dom Savini, and then obviously with Chris Goss from Hospital Records, who's a big part of Wah Wah. Yeah, we run the whole thing now. So, a bit of A&R, a bit of event management. Come on, man. And yeah, just the general day-to-day stuff, the marketing and all the things that go on with running the label these days. It's really exciting. We work with some amazing artists. Not bad, amazing, 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 excellent. Not bad, amazing, excellent. Yeah, so I do that. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. We've signed new artists this year, so we're working with a lot of new artists actually that the world hasn't had the chance to hear yet, and we're very excited about trying to introduce them to our audience and find an audience, a new audience for them, and then introduce that audience to our artists, which is very much the whole principle of the label, really. We do a lot of different types of music, but we think it's music that should appeal to all the different people who like all the different artists. So yeah, just day to day, we spend a lot of time trying to work out how we're going to keep putting out vinyl, keep putting out music in a creative way that'll bring our artists to new audiences and hopefully, you know, establish us as being a label you can trust to deliver every single time.